till now we have seen Java datetime objects, right? Datetime concepts, API. Okay. So till this point we saw a lot of examples, right? Okay. So we have another way of creating date objects and find the current and any date, that is using classical datetime API, that is java.util.date. Okay. So we have a class called date that is under java.util.date. So you can create object like this, date equal to new java.util.date. Okay. So if you print that, it will print the current date. Okay. So let me show you some program that date time, right? Yeah. Okay. So java.sql.date is one format, and util.date is one way to create date object, and java.sql.date, that is also one more class to create object. Okay. So in this example, we can convert the string object, string value into date format. Okay, by using this value of method date dot value of, we pass the string. So that string should be in some date time format, some date format like YYYY hyphen MM hyphen DD, like that. Okay, so it should be some format. Okay, otherwise it won't convert. Okay. So if you see that, so now you can get the date object, right? So from string to you can convert date object. So using date object, you can call the methods now, like compare to, after, before dates are there, after how many days. Okay. And before date you can, oh sorry, so this after and before methods are like so this particular date is before that date or not. Suppose you want to compare two date and find whether it is before that date or after the date, you can use this after and before methods. Okay. So you can get the date, day, hours, minutes, like we saw already, right? All the methods you can call. So just a string, now you are able to convert into date object, and you can use all the methods. Okay. So this is sql.date. Okay. And there is one more thing called calendar. Okay. So using calendar, you can get a current date and time, everything. Okay. So that is using calendar class. See. So the class name is calendar. So you can get the instance like this, calendar.get instance. Okay. So if you want to print the current date, then you can use calendar.get time. It will print current date. So I want to add 15 days. That means minus 15 days means, so what is the date before 15 days? Okay. So that is what you can get. Okay. So what is the date after 4 months? Sorry, correct. After 4 months, that also you can get it like this. And after 2 years, you can get it. Okay. So that is the advantage of calendar class. Okay. Let me run it now. See, current date is Monday, May 31. Okay. And 15 days ago, it is Sunday, May 16. Okay. 4 months later, it will be Thursday, September 16. Okay. 2 years later, it will be Saturday, September something. Yeah. So after 2 years, the date will be September 16th, Saturday. Okay, so this is how we can use the calendar objects. Okay, calendar class. Okay, so with that, our date time concepts are completed. Okay, so now we will move to the collections concept. Okay, so this is one of the very important concept in Java. Okay, so without this, no interview will be there. So that means in all interviews, at least you will get some 20 to 30% of questions from this area, collections area. Okay, and so you will be using this collections majorly in your programs. Okay, so that is why you need to learn this collections very well. Okay, yeah. So what is collection? Collection is a framework that provides an architectures to store multiple values. Okay, and you can manipulate the group of objects. Okay, so it's so like we have a array concept, right? What is array? Array is a group of elements, right? But you can store only the similar elements. Suppose if it is a string array, you can store only the string values. If it is an integer array, you can store only integer values. Like that, any float array or Boolean array, anything, you can store only that particular data type elements. Okay, but in collections, you can store a different type of objects. Like in one collection object, that means one unit, you can store string, integer, float, double, long, characters. So any object, any kind of object, you can store it in the collection object. Okay, so that is the advantage of collection. And also you can manipulate. So it provides a lot of predefined methods to manipulate those objects. Suppose, so in array, we should have a fixed size, right? But in collections, there is no fixed size. Okay, so it can grow like anything. Okay, you can add n number of data into this collection object. Okay, so at any time you can insert the elements. Okay, so you don't need to worry about the size of that collection. Okay, so you can store any value, you can manipulate the value, you can add, you can remove. Okay, you can change the values at any time. So that is the advantage of collection. Okay, so collection represents a single unit of objects. For example, collection 1, that means it's a one single unit of object, but it holds a group of values. Okay, so collection framework represents a unified architecture for storing and manipulating a group of objects. Okay, so what is collection framework? Collection framework is an architecture to store and manipulate a group of objects. Okay, it has interfaces and implementations and classes, and it has some algorithms. Like in your engineering study, you may have learned about some algorithms, right? Sorting algorithms, or depth first search, breadth first search algorithms, binary tree algorithms, right? Have you heard about these terms? Binary tree algorithms. Yeah. So all these algorithms are used in this collection objects. Okay, like we have a linked list and hash table. Okay, stack, queue. Okay, so all these correct data structures are used. Data structure algorithms are used in the collections object. So it is somewhat a very complex one to understand. Okay, so it is not only to learn the collection objects, but we need to also know how it has been implemented inside the Java. That means the behind logic. For example, we have one collection object, means how they have implemented this collection object. That level we need to understand. Okay, so which data structure is used for this collection object and how they have implemented like that, you need to understand. Okay. So in collection hierarchy, so this is called hierarchy of collection framework. Okay, so you can understand the multiple level of this collection framework here. Okay, so in this picture you can see two color boxes, right? One is a blue color, another is a green color. Blue color box denotes that it is a interface. Okay, blue color means interface, green color means classes. Okay, so always interface will be implemented, class will be extended. Okay, so to denote that implementation of an interface, we so in this picture the dotted arrow is used. Okay, for extending, the line arrow is used. Okay, so if you look at this hierarchy, iterable is the supermost object. Okay, supermost interface for all collections. Okay, so all collection objects will somehow directly or indirectly implements this iterable interface. Okay, so all your collection classes, okay, will be directly or indirectly implementing this iterable object interface. Okay, so below the iterable interface, we have a collection interface. Okay, so collection itself an interface. Okay, there is a predefined interface called collection. Okay, so this collection interface only, all the three interfaces are extending. Okay, for example, collection is an interface and it extends iterable interface. So one interface can extend another interface, right? So we have a mainly some three important interfaces, that is list, queue, and set. So all these three interfaces are extending collection interface, and collection interface extending iterable interface. Okay. So these are all the classes implementing list interface. Okay, array list, linked list, vector, stack. Okay, so these four classes are implementing list interface. Okay, and so we have a priority queue class which is implementing queue interface. Okay, and we have a DQ interface that is extending queue interface. Okay, and array DQ class implements DQ interface. Okay, and we have a set interface. So we have a class called sorted set, tree set, hash set, and linked hash set. So these three classes are implementing this set interface. Okay, so one more interface called sorted set. Okay, sorted set is an interface which is extending set interface. Okay, so now we understand the hierarchy of collection framework, but we need to know what these interfaces are there in, why these interfaces are there in Java. Okay, what is the difference between these interfaces? That is what we need to understand. Okay, so first one is a list interface, right? So list interface provides functionality to collect more than one objects in an ordered way. Okay, so whatever elements or objects you are adding to the list interface or list object, it will be stored in the same order you are assigning or you are putting. Okay, so it will maintain the order. Okay, that is called list collections, list type of collection. So it will maintain an order, and also you can add duplicate values. Okay, list is just a more than one element, so you can add n number of elements and it will be maintained in the same order, and so it can allow duplicate values also. So you can add duplicate values at any point. Okay, so that is list collection. Okay, so this array list, linked list, vector, and stack are implementing this list interface. Okay. And so queue interface, what is queue? So two type of data structures are there, you might have heard. One is a stack, another is a queue. Okay, so queue means first in, first out. You might have heard this in your classes, right? So when you are inserting some elements in one order, so they in the same order only you can get the elements. Okay, so adding elements and getting the elements will be happened in the sorry will be happen in the two different places. So one end, so a queue has two ends, right? One end people will be getting admitted, another end people will be going out, right? Like in theater we'll be getting the tickets, right? So that is the example of queue. Okay, so whoever comes first, they will get the whatever they want. Okay, so if they want a ticket, they will get first. Okay, so that means adding at one end and removing or going out and in another end. Okay, that is called a queue. Okay, so if you want to implement a queue kind of concept, you can use this queue interface. Okay, and third one is a set interface. Okay, set interface is also is used to collect more than one objects. Okay, but there is a slight difference. It will not maintain the order. Okay, so you may insert in any order, but it will assign its own order. Okay, so you cannot predict or you cannot expect that it will be printed or it will be there in some order. Okay, so it will maintain its own order, and also it will never allow duplicate values. Okay, that is the difference between list and set. So list and set are mostly opposite to other one. Okay, set will maintain its own order. Okay, list will maintain whatever order we inserted. Okay, set will not allow duplicate and list will allow duplicates. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, so we have a hash set and linked hash set classes that implements set interface. Okay, so please understand this very well so that you can uh, do good programs. Okay. Yeah. So we will see some methods of collection interface. Okay. So if you understand these methods, then you can easily do programs. Okay. Yeah. So these are all the methods available in collection interface. Okay. So I hope you know what is interface, right? So interface contains only abstract methods. That means method without any definition. So you cannot have any definitions for this method in this interface. Okay, but whatever class which is implementing this interface will be implementing all these methods. Okay, so let's go to the methods of collection interface now. Okay, first method is add. Okay, so this add method will insert a new element at the end. Okay, so if you want to insert an element to a collection object, you can use this add method. Okay, and next method is add all. So this add all method will add all the, so that means it will insert the specified collection elements. Okay, so it will insert all the collection objects of that whatever we are passing into the invoking object. Okay, for example, let me tell you. Okay. So anyway, we will see some examples so that you can understand. For now, you understand that add all. So you need to pass a collection object here. So whatever there in this collection object in the parameter, it will, all the elements will be added into the invoking object. Okay, that is called add all method. Okay, and remove method. Remove will delete an element from the collection. Okay, so if the object you are passing to this remove method is there in the collection, then it will remove. Okay, so it will match the object. If both objects are matching, then it will remove. Otherwise, it won't remove. Okay, so return type is a Boolean. Suppose if it is removing any object, then it will return true. Otherwise, false. Okay, so all these three methods return type are Boolean only. Okay, and we have a remove all methods. So if you want to remove some collection object, okay, so for example, some group of elements, you have a 10 elements in a collection object, you want to remove 5 elements at the same time, then you can use remove all method. Okay, and we have a remove if method. So this remove if method I will explain you after some time, because it uses some predicate method that is from Java 8 version. Okay, I will tell you later. Okay, and public Boolean retain all. Okay, so it is actually used to delete all the elements of invoking collection object. So that means from the invoking collection object, it will delete all the elements. Okay, so that is retain all method. So we'll see examples for all the methods later. Okay, and we have a size method. So this size method will return the total number of elements of that collection. Okay, so if you want to know how many elements are there in an object, then you can use this size method. Okay, and clear method will remove all the elements irrespective of number of elements it has. Okay, so it will basically empty the collection. Okay, and we have a contains method. Contains method is used to compare two elements. Okay, that means so whether it contains one particular element or not, you want to search, then you can use contains method. Okay, and we have a contains all method. So it's like a remove all, add all method only. So if you want to check more than one values, then you can use contains all. Okay, and we have a iterator method. I will explain you later. Okay, so this iterator method is used to traverse through the elements. Okay, but so anyway, I will explain this iterate. So iterator is itself a collection, okay, interface. So I will explain that iterator interface first, then I will explain you the iterator method. Okay, so then we have a toArray method. This will convert the collection into an array. Okay, so then we have another one also. This is also from Java 8. I will explain you later. Okay, and isEmpty method. IsEmpty method, normally it will check whether that collection object is an empty or not. Okay, and we have a parallel stream. So this stream splitrator and all I will explain later, because it is part of Java 8. Okay, and we have a equals method. So you want to compare one element whether it is exactly matching, then you can use this equals method. Normally we will compare the string, right? Two string, if you want to compare, you will use equals method. So you can use this method. And finally we have a hash code method. So every collection object will have its own hash code method. So if you want to change the implementation of this collection interface or class, then you can use hash code method. Okay, so that is high level concept. I will explain you later. Yes, hash code is a high level concept. Okay, yeah. So these are all the methods. Okay, yeah. So we will see some examples. Okay, before that I want to tell you how to create a set and list objects. Okay, for set object, you can create objects like this. Set S1 equal to new hash set. Okay, set S2 equal to new linked hash set. Set S3 equal to new tree set. Okay, so actually I told that set will maintain its own order, right? Suppose you want to maintain a specific order, so in the ascending order, then you can use tree set. Okay, so if you want to sort the set interface, set collection, then you can use tree set. Okay, so this is how you can create set object. Okay, interface reference equal to class object. Okay, so like that, list also you can create like this. List L1 equal to new array list. Array list one type. Linked list is there, and vector is there, stack is there. So these are all the collections of list type. Okay, yeah. So let me show you some examples. Okay, first let me show you set interface, right? So there are three classes are there which is implementing set interface. Okay, we'll see all of them here. Okay, see, I have a set interface which is so by using new hash set object, I can create a set object and I can add elements like this hash set dot add. So using add method, you can add any element. So this that there is something like this, right? You can see this only in this collection objects. Okay, see you. So since you don't know what kind of elements this particular collections holding, so you can specify it if you want. So if you want to make it like so this collection should hold only string elements, string type of objects, then you can specify it like this. Okay, less than, string, greater than. Like that you can specify. Okay, so that means it will allow only the string values. Suppose if you try to add a float value or character value, then it will give you error. Okay, yeah. So first you create the collection object. Okay, and so to traverse through this collection object, set object, we have a interface called iterator. Okay, this iterator interface, using that we can traverse through the collection. Okay, so we have a method called iterator in set interface that will return a iterator object. Okay, so this iterator object has methods like hash next. So this hash next method will tell you whether any next element is there in the collection or not. Okay, so using this iterator only, you can traverse through the set collection. Okay, so you need to create a iterator object, then you can use hash next and next method. Okay, so hash next method will tell you whether any next element is there or not. Okay, and next element will return the actual value. Okay, so that is the purpose it has next and next elements. And apart from these two, iterator has one more important method. Okay, yeah, that is remove. Okay, so if you want to remove one particular element, then you can use remove method. Okay, yeah, so hash next and remove method. Okay, yeah, so this is how you can traverse through it, and if you want to print one by one element, then you can use this iterator. Okay, and next one is a linked hash set. So this linked hash set also, it's almost like the same, but some other methods will be there in linked hash set. So for that we need to have a linked hash set like this. Okay, so this linked hash set is like a linked list. Okay, you might have studied in your college, right? Like linked list, we have a linked hash set. That's all. So one element will be linked with another element. Okay, it's like a pointer concept in C language. Okay, so that is called linked hash set. Okay, so it also contains iterator method. Using that, you can traverse through it. Okay, and finally we have a tree set. Okay, tree set is kind of a ordered set. Okay, so if you want an ordered set, then you can use tree set. Okay, normally set will not have any order. So if you want to make it an order, then you can use tree set. Okay, so let me run it now. Yeah. So let me print something. Yeah, so we have a Vijay, Ravi, Ajay. Only 3 elements. Yeah, actually it should print 4 elements. I don't know why it is printing 3 elements. Okay, let's verify the output. So it is printing Ajay. So I didn't. It maintains its own order. Okay. Next is linked hash set. Okay, that is also will maintain Ravi, Vijay, Ajay. Yeah. So that its own order. Okay. Finally, tree set will maintain a this ascending order. That means from A to Z. Based on that, it will group it or sort it. Then it will print. Tree set will have a order. Other two will not have order. Another example. Okay. List object. Okay. Yeah. So list object can be created like this. Array list. We have a class called array list. Okay, which is implementing list interface. Okay. So array list is a class which is implementing list interface. Okay. Let's show you to you. Okay. See, array list is a class which is extending abstract list and implements list interface. Okay. So we can add any number of elements to array list. Okay, whenever we want. Okay, so whatever order we are inserting, it will maintain its own order. Okay, so like set, we can use iterator to loop through the array list values. Okay, so that's all very simple. So array list is a class. Please create an object, and if you want, you can restrict it to particular object type, string or integer or float, or so any type you can specify if you want. If not, it's not a problem. You can keep it without this also. Okay, so you can keep it like this also. This will also work. Okay, let me run it. See, Ravi, and so Ravi comes 2 times, so it is still allowing the duplicate. Okay, and it, so every time you run, it will maintain the same order. Okay, so it will print it in the same order only. But in the case of set, every time it will print it in different order. Okay, suppose if I run it now, so now it is printing Ajay, Ravi, and Vijay. So next time when I run, it will print some other order. Okay, this is tree set, right? Vijay, Ravi, Ajay. So it will maintain its own order. Okay, every time it will change. It may change or may not change. Okay, so that is what set. Okay, list will maintain its own order. Okay, yeah. So that is array list. Okay, any question in this? Any question? So we will see more methods of array list now. Yeah. Array list example one we'll see now. Okay. Yeah. So if you look at this example, so adding elements to array list using add method. Okay, using add method, you can add elements to array list. Okay, and so you can just print it like this also. System.out.println will print it within box actually. So let's check. See, normally when you print the list object, it will print like this only, with within closed brackets. Okay, and with the comma separated value. Okay, so this is how it will print when you print the list object. Okay, so in the next line, I'm going through the all elements, each elements through iterator. Okay, and I'm printing it one by one: mango, apple, banana, grapes, like that. Okay, so using this iterator, you can loop through the values of array list. Okay, and you can set some value using the set method. Okay, and you have to pass the position, first position, second position, third position. So by passing position, you can add some values. Okay, you can set some values. Okay, so and using get method, by passing position, you can get that position value. Okay, yeah. So using set, you can set a value at some position. Using get method, you can get that value, that position. Okay. Then if you want to sort the values of array list, you can use this method called collections.sort. Okay, and you need to pass the list object. Collections.sort of list object. Then the values inside this array list will be sorted in the alphabetical order. Okay, and again using iterator, you can print each values, so that we can check whether it is sorted or not. Okay, so let me run this program. Okay, see now, first it is printing the list object as it is with the brackets. Okay, And using iterator, I'm printing it one by one. Mango, apple, banana, grapes, like that. Okay. And I'm setting some values at the first position. Okay. And using get method, I'm getting it and it is printing dates correctly, right? So again, I'm sorting it and printing it one by one. Now, at the first position, banana is there, right? Okay. So if you look at these values, it is sorted, right? Banana in the alphabetical order, banana comes first and dates, grapes, and mango. Okay. So actually it is replacing the value at first position. Instead of mango, it will replace. If you use set method, it will replace actually. Okay. Yeah. So any question in this? Any question? Okay. Next, some more examples of array list. Okay. See in this, adding elements. Okay, add at some position and add another array list into a list. Okay. See, I have an array list A1. Okay. And I have an array list, AL and AL2. Okay. I want to add all elements of AL2 to AL. Okay. That means array list 1. Okay. I want to add all elements of array list 2 to array list 1. Okay. So using add all method, you can achieve it. Okay. So that means whatever you are passing in the parameter, all the elements will be added into the invoking object. Okay. So that means if you print after this, the number of values will be 3 plus 2. Okay. Totally 5 values will be there. Okay. So add all method will add all the elements of this second list. Okay. So then remove all method will remove all methods from the list. Okay. So whatever there in this list will be removed from this list. Okay. That's all. Okay. And using clear method, you can remove all the elements. Yesterday I told, right? Yeah. So these are all methods of collection interface actually. Since array list implementing list interface and list interface extends collection interface, you can call these methods. Okay, let me run it now. See, yeah, first initial list of elements, there is no initial list of elements because I didn't add any elements. Okay, after that, after invoking add EA. Okay, after invoking add method, I can see these 3 values added, right? Okay, and then so after add all method, after invoking this index. Okay, so using index position, we are adding one more value, right? After that, so you can see at first position, Gaurav is replacing Ravi, right? Ravi, Vijay. Oh, okay. I think first, second position. One means second, right? So as per our array indexing, one means second. Okay. So in the second position, it is replace al dot r dot one. Correct only, right? Am I correct or not? So it is inserting. So here it seems to be inserting. Let me check here. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I think I got it. Yeah. See, there is a slight difference between add and set method. Okay, I got confused with add and set method. Okay, set method will replace the value. Add method will insert the value. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, I just got confused. Okay, I hope you also understand, right? So here I am using add method. The previous program I was using set method. Set will replace, add will insert. Okay. So that is why you can see four values now. Okay. And after calling add all method, you can see two more values inserted. Sono and Hanumat. Yeah. So this is also added. Okay. And so again, I am adding one more list. Okay. So it is growing like anything. Okay. Finally, I'm removing a list. Remove all. Okay, from AL2. AL2 contains Sonu and Hanumat, right? So that is removed. Okay, finally, using clear method, you can clear all elements. Okay, so this is another example. Okay, so this is what array list is. Okay, I hope you can understand, right? Array list. Okay, any question? Any question? No, right? Yeah. Okay. So next one is stack class. Okay. Stack is a class. Okay. It's like a last in first out. Okay. So we saw queue, right? Queue and stack are directly opposite. Okay. So in queue we implement the concept like first in first out. Whoever comes first, they will get it first. Okay. But in stack, whoever comes first, they will go out in the last. Okay, it's like we are keeping the books one after another, right, on top of one book, right? So when we take it, we will take the last added one. Okay, so that is the concept of stack. Okay, in stack we have a method called push and pop. Okay, push will insert the values and pop will take out the value. Okay, so if you call pop, it will return the last added one. Okay, yeah, so let's check that. String, value. Okay, yeah, so mainly these two methods are important for this stack class. Okay, push and pop. Okay, that's all. Okay, let me run it. Okay. So when I print this pop method value, it is printing the last one, right? Garima. Okay. So that is what printed. Okay. And so after that, using iterator, you can go through it. Okay, one by one. So look, iterating through the stack, we can use iterate. Okay, so basically iterator interface will be used for going through all the elements of any collection object. Okay, yeah, so this is stack. Okay, and we have one more class called vector. Okay, so you can use vector also if you want. Okay, vector is also like array list. Okay, so it will allow duplicates. Okay, but one difference is this is synchronized actually. So this vector is synchronized and array list is not synchronized. Okay, that is the difference. Let's see. See, this is serializable, right? Serializable means it is sorry, not that synchronized. Yeah, vector is synchronized. Okay, synchronized means it's a thread safe, but array list is not synchronized. Okay, that is the difference. But some of the methods of vector is not there in the array list. Okay, so only the methods will be different. Okay, so you can use either vector or array list based on your requirement. Okay, so this is how you can create object and add the values. Add method. Okay, and what and all we have. Add method is that capacity. Yeah, capacity will return the number of. Okay, it's not. Okay, capacity will return how many elements you can add. Okay, so it will have the initial capacity of 16 elements. Okay, initially it will be 16. So when you add it, it will increase the capacity. Okay, there are two methods here, capacity and size. There is a slight difference between capacity and size. Okay, size will return the number of elements added. Okay, capacity will return how many elements can be added. Okay, see, so don't get confused with the size method and capacity method. Okay, so here also we have methods like set element at, okay, replace all, remove all. Okay, so last element you can get it, last index of, list iterator. Okay, and is empty check, insert element at. So all these methods are there. Okay, so all are very easy. If you try to do some exercise, you can easily understand. Okay, if you don't understand any method, then let me know. Okay, yeah, so this is vector. Let me run it. Yeah, 1 2 3 4. Yeah, let's check whether it is allowing duplicate. Yeah, so it is allowing duplicate. Yeah, so it's also like array list. The difference is you can so it is thread safe, that is not thread safe. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, so next type of collection is, so I think we need to see queue example, right? Queue also we need to see. Let me show you some class. Okay, Q example. I hope you understand the concept of queue and stack. Okay, so you can create object like this. Okay. So we have 1 second. Yeah, for queue, we have a class called priority queue. Priority queue. Okay. So what are all the methods of queue? Add. So you can add values. 1. 2, 3, 4. This 2, 3, 4. Like this. Okay. Let's print it. Queue. Let me run it now. Yeah. So it is printing Q values. Okay, let's call some methods. Q dot so we have a method called peak. Okay, so this peak method will return the first one. Okay, whoever added first. Okay, let's return that. So you need to convert it because it will return object. So so actually peak will return the value, but it will not remove. Okay, so it will. So 1 second. Peak and four. peak and pour method are there. Okay, so that means it is returning the first one, 4132. So Q maintains its own order, 4132. Okay. Priority queue, right? It's priority queue. So in its order, it returns the header. Okay, topmost one. Four is the topmost one, right? It is returning that. Okay, so that is queue, but I don't think this queue you will be using it regularly. Okay, I never used it in my experience, so I don't know actually how this class will be behaving. Okay, so this is the first time I'm trying this queue class. Okay. Yeah, any question in this? You can also try. See, queue means first in, first out. Stack is what? Last in, first out. See, queue, it's kind of a, in theater, we have a queue, right? Any queue, if you are entering first, you will go out first. First in, first out concept is what? Queue. Okay. So stack is last in, first out. Queue is first in, first out. Queue should maintain its order. But so let's see. Collections dot sort of queue. It's not applicable for the arguments queue. Okay, so actually list only will maintain its order. Queue will not maintain its order. That is what is mentioned. Okay. Let's run it multiple times so that we can easily understand. 4-1. I think it is maintaining the alphabetical order. So whatever order you are passing, it will maintain the alphabetical order. Always it will maintain the alphabetical order. Okay, let me add something else. I'm adding ABC. Okay, let's check now. Yeah, ABC comes first, right? So Q maintains the alphabetical order always. Okay. So if we add like this, what will happen? Let's check. Yeah, so here also it is maintaining the order. Yeah, 2, 31, 3, 4. Somehow it is maintaining one order. Okay. Any question? Yeah. So next collection class is hash map. Okay. So that is very frequently used. Okay. So this is what we'll see. Hash map. We'll see. Okay, so hash map is somewhat different from other collections. Okay, hash map will have a combination of key and values. Okay, so you need to have two elements for one single element. For one single object, you need to pass two values. One is a key, another is a value. So it's like a table. Okay, in table we have a row and column, right? So like that, it will have a key and values. So we are using key to identify the values. So that kind of collection is what hash map. Okay, hash map will have a key and value pair. Okay. So you can use hash map class to add elements into it. You have to use hash map dot put method. Okay, so here put method in array list and in list and set we have add method to add values, right? Here there is no add method, only put method is there. Put and get. Put will be used to add values. Okay. One. So one is the key. See, it doesn't need to be a number. It can be a string also. You can have A also here. Okay. Car. Truck. Bus. Okay, let's print it now. So yeah. Okay, so since I'm adding using a same key, so key will not allow duplicate. Okay, but values can allow duplicate. Okay, so you need to change the key. Key should be unique always. Okay. Yeah. Now. Yeah. Now you can see, right? A equal to car, B equal to cycle, C equal to truck, D equal to bus. Okay. So this is how hash map can be used. Okay. So here you can. So if you want to iterate through hash map values, you need to use like hash map dot key set. Hash map dot key set. So you have a two values, right? So you need to get it one by one. So this will return only the key values as a set object, because key should be unique, right? So it is returning a set value, set object. Okay, so you can get all the key values using this key set method in HashMap. Okay, and if you want all the values, okay, that means in the right side, so you want only the values. Key, you can get it using key set method. If you want values, you can use entry set. Okay, list. So for this you need to have a list values equal to HashMap dot entry set. Okay. Cannot. Oh, this is also return set. Let's change it. Yeah. So actually, so if you have a duplicate values here, then it won't have all the values. Okay. So if you want to convert this values into a list, then you need to use it like dot as list. So there is one method called so okay. So anyway, this entry set itself will remove all the duplicates from the values and it will return a set object. If you don't want to convert into a list, then you need to go through this key set values. Okay. So now you can use iterator. ITR equal to set dot iterator. Okay, so using while loop, itr dot as next. Okay, sys out. itr dot next. Okay, yeah. So it will print one by one. So let's print here also. Okay, first one. Okay, let me run it now. See. So it is printing all values one by one using set. In the key you can print one by one using iterator. Okay, and values also you can print it. Okay. Actually, yeah, it should be values. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, now see, values are printing like this: A equal to car, B equal to cycle. Okay, set itself will be like this. Okay, so anyway, if you have a duplicate also, no problem. Let's check that also. Let me show you this. Okay, E also bus. Okay, let's check. Yeah, so No problem. So entry set will give you the duplicates also. No problem. Because it is printing with the key and value pass, right? So anyway, it will never be duplicate. Yeah. So suppose you want to get a value based on a key, that is also possible. Okay. Suppose I want to return the value based on key. Okay. For that, I need to use it like hash map dot get of key. So that key I need to pass. Okay. So it will return the value. It will return the value. Okay. Let's check. Yeah. See now. So it is returning values alone, right? So if you pass the key, it will return the value. If that key is there in the hash map. Okay. If it is not there, it will return empty or null. Okay. So let me show you that also. Okay. Hash map dot get of yum. And okay. Let's check now. It will print null. See? So it is printing null, right? If that key is not there, it will print null. Okay. So that is what hash map. Okay. Any doubts now? Any doubt? Yeah. So with that, the collections also getting completed. Okay. So you may need to write lot of programs in this using collection classes. Okay. So that's all there in the collections. Okay. If you have any doubt, let me know. Yeah. So there are questions like how will you remove the duplicates from list? How will you remove? How will you remove duplicates from list? How, anyone knows how will you remove duplicates from list? You have a list object, but you need to remove duplicates by set method. No. See, how do you know whether it is a duplicate? It contains duplicate. So you need to traverse through one by one and find whether it is having duplicate or not. But that is a indirect way. Okay. So one way is you can convert a list object into a set object. Okay. That way you can easily remove the duplicates. Yeah. So how can you do that? So for that, I think it should be in the collections. Yeah, you can pass a set CT equal to new asset of list. Yeah. So this is how you can convert the list into a set. So now the set will contain only the duplicates. Okay. Let me run it. Yeah. See, mango, apple, banana, grapes, and grapes. So now, so list had a duplicate. Okay. So once I converted into a set, now the duplicate is removed. Okay. So this is very easy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's all. Okay. Thank you.